here, but she can't take the next step. And when God is doing things in us and taking us to places that He needs us to be, we go through a lot of things to get there. This walk don't come just because we went to 7-Eleven and said, give me some decent Christianity. I'm going to order that. You know, we can't go to no restaurant and say, give me some, I just want to buy some integrity. You got some of that? No. You know, you can't go to no Five and Dime and say, give me some compassion. Give me about a pound of compassion.
That comes with
all those things that we build our lives on, that our spiritual development is predicated on, comes with journey. Comes with journey of shocking things, of confusing things, of frightening things, of hurtful things. We didn't just wake up one day and have all this spirit on us. We did not. If they, y'all in the world, knew what it took for me to get here, you'd be sorry for me for the rest of your life. You would tell people, I don't know how a human being could go through all that. I don't know how any human being could have so much low self-esteem and self-hatred that she could let herself go through all that. You would be praying for me and you'd feel sorry for me for the rest of your life. But because of the Lord, the glove of a risen Savior, pity doesn't fit anywhere I go. No. There's not a part of me that pity could do anything for. Because of a risen Savior. What every pain and agony and disruption that I've experienced, it built another block, and it was another block, and it was another block, and it was another block, until one day I woke up with the kind of courage that I could say, bring life.
And it makes you stronger.
Bring us all this majesty, all this hurt, all this joy, all this pain, all this. Bring life. I'm here because I live. I'm here because He lives. I'm here because I bear witness that you can be so confused and disrupted and so hurt and in so much fear that you don't know 1 minute from the next. But that you will make it through. That it will become the very foundation that you stand on, that you are able to tell somebody else, baby, I still have my mother. I still take care of my mother. I still love my mother. I still work with my sisters. I still work with my brothers. I still work with my children, my nieces, my nephews, my grandchildren. My job as mother and grandmother and niece and cousin and all of that is never going to be over. It's never going to be over in the physical sense. And then when I'm gone, the spiritual realm is going to hold me. And everybody I loved on my way is going to have me alive in their hearts. There's nobody that my life has ever touched, or nobody that has ever touched my life. My grandmother, bless her heart, has been gone a long time. And she's just as alive in my heart as she was when I sat around her knee as a baby. My brother had asthma, and he was sickly, but I was real skinny. He had his neck like, you probably remember this, like a chicken neck. And she used to say, well, I know he the sickly one, but Ann looks like the sickly one. She's so po, because you know, po means skinny. She's so po. Well, I'm going to pray a little harder for her, because I know y'all said he the sickly one, but she looked like the sickly one. And so my grandmother prayed more. She told me, I'm praying more for you because you look like the sickly one. Well, I didn't know one day God was going to have to pull me out of the bar and the dope house, pull me out of the after hours and the speakeasies and the gambling shacks. I didn't know that. But when that time came, it happened, and it was years before it clicked. This is how confused you can get, how much you can forget. I didn't remember for years that my grandmother prayed like that. I knew she prayed for me, but that she called me out as a child. She said, I'm praying extra for you because you look sickly. Well, maybe she saw the spiritual brokenness in my eyes, for all I know. Maybe she saw I had that spirit in me that was going to land some places I had no business being. I don't know. But I do know that I'm standing here today, first and foremost, because of a loving and merciful God.
Yeah.
And because of a risen Savior.
Yeah.
And because I'm in a church, Pastor, you said it. When you know what love is, and you feel it like we have it here, we know we're set apart.
Yeah.
We know that what we feel is not make-believe.
No.
We know what we feel is not a figment of our imagination. We know it's not drug-induced. It's not alcohol-induced. We know what we feel is in our DNA.
Right.
It's a sense and a comforting that whenever we get troubled about anything, we beat it to this church because we know what love does. We know what it can do for us. And Pastor, this church would not be as rich in love if you were not a man who led with your heart. If you were not a man who led with your heart, whatever brokenness you were being led by would be the same brokenness we'd be led by. Whatever when Satan had you, patting you on the back, telling you, keep on going, it'd be the same thing we'd be running behind you doing. But we all know that's the furthest, that's what Satan would love. That's what he'd be happy with right now. So anything that you walk through, you know that God's grace and mercy comforts you, protects you, loves you, guides you, and uses you. No matter what you come up against, you know that God's love, God's grace, God's mercy, and God's protection is on you. And we are a better people. We are a better people because of your love and your leadership. So I love you. I love you for putting when I heard you read off the other names, I said, whoa, I'm up there with the big guns. I'm going to be on the program with Mother Buller. Pastor
Open it up!
Woo!
Open it up! Yeah!
Get nominated is one thing, but to be nominated with the spiritual warriors of this church, woo! Pray for me, pray for my family, pray for my son. We're going to start the process again. We're going to start the process again. I went to see him this morning. He said, Mama, tell the church I love them. Tell the church I appreciate them. Tell the church I'm grateful that they thought enough of you. He said, I know they don't even know me. He said, but tell them that I'm grateful they thought enough of you to be with you to come and see about me. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love all of you. And I'm praying for you, and I know that you're praying for me. God bless you.
Make a song!
Amen.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, baby, that was all right. Thank you, Jesus. Hey!
Keep on thinking.
To God, that's right.
Keep on thinking.
Yes.
Keep on thinking. That's all you have to do is just keep on thinking. Because He is worthy to be praised.
That's right.
Woo, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord.
At this time, without any further ado, I'm going to call on the future Mrs. Gardner. Amen. Amen. Okay, come this way, baby. I got you. I got you.
Now this is a song I wrote. I wish I had some music.
I wish I had